Welcome back, it's Max, and I've been sliding around like crazy. One of the things I discovered in last episode is that penguins have a special ability where we can glide along the ice when we're sprinting. You see that bar right above my food bar? That's my glide button. So if I hit the G key while I'm sprinting, I can glide along the ice. Whee! There's been exciting updates on the server, and I have to start the episode in the snow globe with an awesome gift from Marmalade, and it is a backpack. Right-clicking the backpack gives us a full double chest worth of inventory where we can store extra tools and items. It's super handy. Thanks, Marmalade. We'll meet up with her later in the episode, but another thing that she did off camera was get some cows from somewhere. I don't even know where she got these cows, but it's my job to start breeding up some of these cows with some of the wheat that we got. I've also been doing some mining off camera, getting a few little bits and bobs here. I made this mining shaft right in the igloo that goes all the way down to Deep Slate. I also reorganized all the chests, so we have tools, wool, wood, food, mob drops, spruce, and I added these secret chests here where we can add all our additional logs and stuff. Kinda neat. I also started a weathered copper area just so we can start aging copper for some of our builds, and there was also a creeper incident. Since we have a ton of copper, I thought it would be best if we just pre-age it just in case we need it. In this state, it looks super cold and also industrial. I think it's gonna be a nice block to add to our igloo village. I've been breeding these cows, but I found something interesting in this mod pack. If you hold shift and pick up a cow, you're actually able to hold the cow. This is so weird. And the best part is you can actually stack cows on top of each other. Now we have a cow tower. Looking at our snow reserves, we do not actually have that much. We have 3 stacks and a few snowballs, but we need to get a ton more as this is gonna be one of our major building blocks that we're gonna build with on this series. So we're gonna need a snow farm, which is powered by 1 cheeky snow golem. And for that, we're gonna need a carved pumpkin. A little birdie told me that someone actually got pumpkins on the server, probably from a wandering trader. And they're coming here now to see if we can offer them something to trade for those pumpkins. Whoa, hello?
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
You didn't come through the
Hello.
entrance.
I didn't know where the entrance was.
There's an
It's
entrance?
there.
Yeah, right here.
Not really. We haven't really built it yet, but this is the entrance to the village.
You see, the problem, there's pillagers. A lot of them.
Oh, yeah, we've got a lot of those around here.
Do you happen to know them? Are they your guards?
No,
Any chance?
they
There
keep
they are.
visiting, and we've told them they're not welcome.
Oh my
but-
goodness. He's staring at you with his angry face and his angry banner face. Look at him.
They look so mad.
Also, hello. We have not met. Me and you. I'm a parrot. You're a penguin. Wow.
I'm Max.
My name's
And who
Hero.
are you? You're so tall.
Hi. I'm very tall.
This is Fern. She has ferns on her. Isn't that crazy?
Hello, Fern.
I'm an ostrich, so this is extremely cold for me.
The only thing we can really offer you is some fish and some fire if you want to come to our snow globe.
Someone said fire. I got a little nervous. I dropped a feather. Does anyone want it? Maybe you'll build a nice wool sweater for yourself.
Welcome to the Penguin Village. We can show you guys around. And we have our first igloo here, the snow globe.
Oh, I don't think you'll be able to fit in here.
No, I peeked from out here.
No.
Can you crouch in? How big does it have to be?
Oh, no. Yeah, that's not
We'll
happening.
just have to make a proper guest igloo that's tall enough for you.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Now close
Oh,
it.
oh, lag.
Hey!
Oh, there she goes.
Come on
There
in.
we go.
All right. Oh wait. There's another problem.
Hopefully.
Oh, you're more than
Wide.
one wide as well.
Hey,
Oh
No,
my
no, she's
gosh.
one wide.
It's okay.
No,
it's
she's
okay.
one wide. Just the door. You don't need to get those.
Yeah, welcome.
You've just broken our igloo.
We heard
Oh
that
my
you guys
gosh.
have some things that we have been looking for. We've scoured
Yes.
all these
Yeah,
lands.
we heard that penguins like a little orange
A little
thing.
something like this, perhaps.
Pumpkins.
Exactly what we're looking for.
Yes. What do you want for them? We'll give you anything.
First off, I really hope you're having a gourd day so that you're in a good mood for
Oh
trading.
no.
Yeah, because life is gourd, you know?
I hope you guys understand these are the best pumpkins we grew ourselves. I think they're gorgeous, but beauty is in the pie of the beholder.
Yeah, and I grabbed some of these this morning, so I actually slipped on a pumpkin today. It really caught me off guard.
Yeah, I mean the door is right behind you. If you guys want to leave, I think the pumpkins are not
you're-
what we need.
So we're going to use these pumpkins to make a snow farm.
You know what you need for a snowman?
Oh yeah, carrots, carrot eyes.
That's right. Carrot eyes,
Yeah.
carrot teeth, carrot hands, carrot everything.
Yeah, what are you guys looking for? You can shop around. We got a bunch of things in. in the
Yo,
barrels.
shopping. Interesting.
I don't know what we can offer.
Diamonds.
No.
Hero.
You can look.
No,
but
no shopping in the valuables
you can
barrel.
window shop. You can't shop.
We're going to set up a snow farm with these pumpkins that you have kindly given us. So you're welcome to access to snow from the snow farm or ice from the
I
ice
think
farm.
we'll
If
take
that...
the ice.
Oh, this the sound of despair that came with that one.
we quite literally have nothing else to offer.
It's
So.
all good.
Yeah, good luck getting
How do
out.
we get Fern out of here?
No, you're not allowed to leave now. Sorry.
Oh, I need the door. The door. There we go.
It was nice meeting you guys. Come back anytime, and we guarantee the guest igloo will be way bigger.
That's good.
Pumpkins, pumpkins, pumpkins. Thanks to Equestrian Hero, we've been able to trade for pumpkins, and I actually started a little pumpkin farm here on the ice sheet. Finally, we can build a snow golem and start collecting snow, as it's going to be a super important building block in this village. Isn't moving snow golems fun? I thought I could use hoppers to pick up the snow, but of course snow doesn't spawn on hoppers, so I changed it out to logs. And don't tell Marmalade, but all our iron supply went into iron shovels to mine out the snow. I can't tell you how excited I am that we got this snow farm up and running, but we need a more permanent solution for this snow golem who's out in the open. One of the things I actually did was carve out some pieces in the packed ice here and replaced it with just normal ice. Well, I replaced it with water that just froze over, and I think it makes for a pretty good path. Unfortunately, we do not have an ice farm, so once it's in, and it'll look ugly until we're able to actually get an ice farm up and running. But I think it's a pretty good way to implement a path within an ice sheet. Maybe we add additional details and designs to this path, but it's a pretty good first implementation. I spent about an hour with Marmalade to mark out some buildings with these moss pillars, as well as updating the board for all the buildings that we need in the snow village. We have O for outside, I for inside, or inside an igloo, and we have a few different things that we want to work on, like mud farms, auto composters, my home, Marmalade's home, a greenhouse igloo, an egg igloo, a smelting igloo, etc, etc, etc. These moss pillars started to mark out some of the areas which we want to build up igloos in the future, as well as labeling out some ideas for paths going through here. So it looks a little hard to see, but eventually these will be paths going throughout the snow village. But I got really excited with accessing snow, so I actually made this little tiny igloo here for Marmalade, and it's actually a redstone contraption. So once I hit this trapdoor, it fires the snowballs up in the air, and it says, "Let it snow," with a whole bunch of snow for Marmalade to collect. Unfortunately, this is a one-time trap, so I have to reset it. It's super simple. It's just an observer going into a redstone underneath this ice, going into a target block, and then these pistons push up. Since we don't have access to slime, these don't retract, and then they just set off these chain of observers. Let me just reset the trap here and pretend like nothing happened. The snow is actually in these dispensers up here, and apparently snowballs can actually go through one layer of snow carpet. So I think that's actually a cool idea, and maybe we set up a snow show going throughout Penguin Village. The next thing I want to work on is setting up this snow igloo where we can produce all the snow for the Penguin Village. We plan on putting it here, which I think is a pretty good spot right next to the to-do board. And we'll want to make a path and figure out the best way to implement this igloo into the rest of the terrain. I've been doing a little building here, and I'm starting to get some of the shape and ideas down for this snow igloo. It's a little wonky because I decided I wanted to actually make it on a diagonal. The entrance for this one is directly straight in on the flat side of a block, but I wanted a too-wide door, so it makes the igloo look a little weird. A lot of the stuff I'm gonna smooth out with a lot of these snow carpets, but for now, this is generally the idea I'm going with. I have a ton of storage in here, which I'm gonna fill every single one of these double chests with stone tools, stone shovels, just so we can mine up the snow in this corner. The snow golem will go here, but I'll put them in at the end. And then assorted barrels for snow and whatever other things we need to store. I still gotta redo the floor, as well as maybe clean up a lot of this backside stuff here so the snow is just not showing through the walls, and adds maybe some sort of roof or roof supports, as well as figuring out the lighting situations. I just have torches here for now, and then blending it into the terrain, which is easier said than done, but the snow carpets make things look super easy. Additionally, I think it would be really nice to have a chimney, as it adds some movement and some character to a lot of these builds. So maybe a brick chimney or a snow chimney or some sort of chimney on the side here, I think will do a lot of good. This stray does not realize that I'm only 1 block tall, but it keeps trying to attack me, but I'm not really sure what its plan is. I got a little carried away and finished up the snow igloo here, and I think it turned out really, really nice. If I hop into free cam mode, you can see the igloo in a little bit better view. I have this corner entrance that you saw me work on, and I also added this small window here, which allows you to peek into the inside and see the actual snow golem. I also added a brick chimney, which I think adds a little more interest and makes this igloo look a little more different compared to the rest of the igloos in the area. In order to get all the bricks, we did have to set up a small little dripstone farm here. It's totally temporary, and we are going to move it, but it was a nice little farm to add to finish out this build. On the inside, I set up this little entrance here with 2 doors and this pressure plate. One thing that's interesting is that these trapdoors would be powered, except that under these blocks, I actually hid redstone torches. So since these are always powered, when I hit the pressure plate, nothing changes. On the inside, it's pretty cozy in here. I added a little fireplace. This campfire is actually different than the campfire that you see going up and smoking out the outside, just to give it a little extra height outside. And then we have all these chests here, which we're gonna fill up with snow and stone shovels. Using the snow carpets, I really tried to blend it into the rest of the terrain, and I think it did a pretty good job. It looks blended in pretty well. I think you could always tweak some minor things, but in general, it looks pretty well adjusted to the rest of the area. The final thing I need to do is extend this path that goes along the ice sheet all the way to the ice farm, and maybe add a few little nature bits and bobs here and there to make it blend in and look a little bit nicer in comparison. I'm in the middle of finishing up some of the detail stuff on the penguin village, like adding this little awning here, but Shizu sent a message to the chat asking if anyone had cows, so I offered some of our cows, so we'll see when she shows up.
Hello.
Hello? Where are you? I hear you, but I don't see you.
I am.
Oh,
yeah.
there you are.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you? I don't know if we've met. I'm Max.
I am Shizu. Hello.
Hi, are you a firefly?
No, I'm a moth.
Ah, very cool. Well, welcome to the penguin village.
Yeah, this is so cool. I didn't even know this was here.
But I know you were looking for cows. We got our cows over here.
I brought my diamonds with me so I can pay you in diamonds. It's not like I'm running out anytime soon.
We have more than enough cows.
I'm just trying to get some books and some leather and stuff so
Start
I can...
enchanting, yeah. What about 2 diamonds per cow?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Perfect. Transport fee is not included. So, good luck.
Okay. I will. Eh.
R.I.P. that cow. Oh no. I thought you were going to take the cows. I didn't know you were going to slaughter them in front of all the other cows. Alright, I'll turn away while you go for it.
There you go. Yeah. I slaughtered 2 cows, so 4 for you.
Thank you. I mean, this is a pretty good deal. Come back and slaughter them as many times as you want.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Woo! I finished up the snow igloo here, and it's looking really, really magical. I added a little bit of detail on the outside, which I think turned out really, really well. I got all these hay bales, and I added a little covering, as well as kind of a pile of ice right here on the back. I actually found this material here, which is this blue sand, which is done by crafting sand and lapis, and I think it looks really, really good for a floor pattern. And I suggest that we add this throughout the entire area of the Snow Penguin Village. Marmalade did make a ton of changes to the Ice Village while I was gone. She worked on her own igloo right here, which is pretty cozy. I like the way it turned out. And we also moved some of the farms up here. So we have the cow farm here, and as well as the wheat farm back here a little bit. The last thing we have is this mud drying farm. It's going to be part of the igloo, and I think we're going to replace the entire floor with a mud drying area. I got the snow golem in here, as well as sorting our snowballs, our snow carpets, and our snow, which we have a lot of. And I'm going to fill all these chests with stone shovels, so we will have an ability to collect as much snow as we need. Coming back from the mines, I just collected a whole bunch of cobblestone and crafted a whole bunch of sticks. So we have enough cobblestone to make a bunch of stone shovels for the snow farm here. Stone shovel has been set as the auto crafting recipe. And this is a function of Tweakaroo, so if I hit Control-Alt-C, it will lag out the server, but I have so many stone shovels that I can populate these chests. We will never need to make any stone shovels ever again. Now I can officially say that this project is done. The last thing I want to do is work on the floor of this mud drying igloo, tear out the floor, and create a nice area where we can dry all the mud. Guess who forgot to sleep during that time lapse? But also look how wacky these pillagers are. They're bobbing up and down. I finished the floor here, and I went with a woven pattern, which I think looks really interesting. It adds something unique to this area. But I added these stairs here because I wanted to flood this. So we had water sources on the corners here, which I think will be perfect for drying of the mud. I also carved out a layer underneath where we can put all of our dripstone, which I have in my knapsack. So I'm gonna put all the dripstone in, and then this floor should be complete. Of course I'm out of dripstone. Let me run to the mines real quick. Oh! Ouch. That was stupid. Perfect, so the floor is in and the dripstone is in, so our next course of action is just to test out one layer of dirt, and we should be good. See, look, this is already working. Great, we got the mud all completed, and it's looking pretty good. Another project started, but not completed. But I am doing some traveling over the next 3 weeks, so this episode is going to be shorter than the rest of them. I just want to get this out before I am away. So thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.